get to write it,
Yeah,
created it,
and actually
starring in it.
Yeah, and actually tonight's episode, I don't mean to get personal tonight, but it's based on like my real life interactions with patients, and people are like, what do you tell a patient when they're, when bad news happens, and if someone's terminal, and tonight's episode answers that, because it really is
serious?
It's serious, but it's also one of the funniest episodes we've done, because Ken's favorite patient is a Don Rickles type of comedian, tells dirty jokes for a living, but his cancer has returned. And so it's kind of like he can't tell his dirty jokes anymore for his last show, but you still, you get the blend of like the hard jokes that we do on the show, but there's so much heart. If anything, it's also based on, like, my wife's a breast cancer survivor, like 7 years cancer free as well. And so it's inspired by a lot of different things. But what I love about it is this episode is not preachy. We don't sacrifice laughs. If anything, it's like the jokes are even harder because of the character in question is doing, like, he basically calls his cancer Charlene after his ex-wife because both of them give him misery and pain. That kind of, so it's that kind of humor that is very.
Don't you find that tragedy and comedy are very close in some ways?
Absolutely, they're shades of gray. I mean, that's what this is, and basically, to deal with tragedy, you need to have. You need to have a sense of humor. And I wouldn't necessarily say laughter is the best medicine. I mean, drugs are the best, but you do need to have a perspective and a sense of levity. If you can find that, then that's personalized in everybody's life.
You are just such a fascinating individual.
Thank
the fact that you were a doctor,
you know what you're doing right now? You're imitating his hand movements.
It's addicting. I just can't wrap my head around it.
The Ken Jeong overacting school right now.
Every 2 years, you still, renew your license. So technically, you're qualified to treat people.
Technically, yeah. I don't practice anymore.
But how the heck did you make this transition?
When I was in college, I did have ambitions of being a doctor, and of being an actor, and then also I got into the acting school at Duke, where I went to college. But I just didn't know if I realistically could do this for a living. And it wasn't just like it was like self-doubt too. It was like I didn't know if I had what it took.
Were you always the funny kid? Like, were you making everyone laugh in school?
No, I was always, even off camera, like I'm a pretty shy, mellow guy, but around friends and people I'm comfortable with,
so you're comfortable with us?
Very comfortable, yeah, very comfortable.
But also,
very
comedy is armor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism.
Yes.
So are you like insecure and like have no friends in real life?
No, I mean, I'm very fortunate to have like really good friends, and my wife is my best friend, and we have two daughters, Alexa and
built-in
Zoe.
friends.
I can forget the other name.
That's
but
nice.
They're friends.
That's what's cool about kids.
Built-in
like,
friends. Built-in
always
friends.
have someone to hang out with.
Your show has been a success, and people have to understand it is so hard now to launch a successful comedy show. And when your show went on
the network.
I read everybody's looking at this saying, can this still work now? Can it be edgy enough?
Can it? K-E-N?
Yeah. They said,
Very good.
Can it be edgy? I don't think it can. No, you're right. In this business, it's hard to have even. I mean, to me, a year ago, we made a pilot for this, and I felt at that time that was a huge deal. I mean, in this business, just to get a pilot made, I felt like we already won. Because, and you really have to have that. You really have to have that mindset in this business. Like, if you just even get a pilot made, I was like, that was the happiest I ever been.
And to succeed also, this is
and then to have 22 episodes on top of that, just an embarrassment of riches.
To succeed on Friday night.
Yeah,
on Friday night.
Another story, yes.
No, it's so grateful.
When you're out on set, does everyone ask you medical advice?
Yes, everyone on any project on every set I've done. I've always done
Really?
Yeah, I mean even Hangover 2, I was asked
and you're like, do you people have good insurance? Like,
yeah, I mean it's just kind of
Do they hire you because they don't have to hire a set physician?
Yes, we got to economize, we got to streamline.
Wait, you were saying
costs.
so on The Hangover?
On The Hangover 2, I was in Bangkok, and I was dressed as Mr. Chow in the seediest strip joint filming in Bangkok, and one of Ed Helm's friends gets food poisoning, and I'm like, I have to he basically, what's so jarring, not me naked as Mr. Chow, but me talking in my normal Ken voice going, oh my God, Chris, are you okay? I think this is E. coli food poisoning. Are you allergic to Cipro? It's so jarring to see me in Mr. Chow garb talking like a doctor.
Mr. Chow garb is naked.
Well, exactly. It's naked advice, naked medical advice from Dr. Ken.
That's
Mr.
not
Chow.
a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Do you see the guys who have the Mr. Chow tattoos?
What?
Oh yeah, there's been a few of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Permanent
you
tattoos
have
on their
one?
bodies.
I don't have one.
I feel like you should have one.
I should. I should. I should have a tattoo of all my characters. Yeah. But no, there are people around the world that have had some.
And what do you think of them, Doctor?
I don't know what to think. I'm very flattered.
Okay.
but you know, it is.
It's a tribute.
It's a lifelong legacy. I have to live up to that.
Is
I
your
guess.
dad in the show? I read that he's involved.
Right, my father in the show is named after my father in real life.
Oh, gotcha.
But
okay.
I do run storylines by my real dad and to get advice. Yeah, from family. I run storylines by my wife and everything to get kind of advice and everything.
Well, it's so
Not
good
to get in
see
trouble.
Yeah, yeah, not to, exactly.
I wish you could be on our staff somehow.
I'll be
medic,
I'll happy to cater, be a
something,
medic. I got a lot of
whatever.
Do you
skills.
deliver
Alright.
babies?
Yeah, I'm an OB.
Yes,
no,
she's
I'm not.
ready.
Oh, really?
Can
Oh,
you be just on call?
I'll be
On call.
Yeah.
Ken on
I'll
call.
be an
Dr.
on
Ken
call.
on
I'll
call.
be,
Dr.
yes.
Ken on call.
The show airs tonight at 8:30 on ABC. Great to have you here, Dr.
Thank you for
Ken.
having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.